Snap Fitness in Grand Island offers 24-hour access, free weights, strength training machines, cardio equipment, nutrition plans, and personal trainers. They'll work with you to help you reach the goals you have in mind. Located at 217 East Dolly Park Road in GI.
Welcome to End Zone Online. I'm George Ayoub with Bobby Mills, the 1,000-yard guy. You'll find him on the sideline, as we said earlier, throughout the year.
Sometimes when there even isn't a game.
Right. There's no game. Just call the authorities or the home. Get him out of there.
I can imagine in jail just as well as I can on the sidelines.
Elisa Reed's behind the camera, our producer-director. Brought to you today, as it is every week, by Snap Fitness. We're going to talk high school football, as if we know something.
Yes.
You do. I just... here to talk. Islanders get it done. 27-24 at Millard South. That's a big district game.
Boy.
And, back and forth throughout the night. I mean, Millard had an early lead. The Islanders come back and win the game. They held them scoreless in the fourth quarter.
Pretty impressive. Tough to win at Buell, when you're an out-state team like that. And I was, when I heard that score early, I thought... they probably will come back, but then I started doubting myself a little bit. But that's a great win.
And they overcame a couple turnovers that were costly early on, and the Islanders get the win. They go to 6-1. They are fifth in the power points, seventh in Stu's poll this morning, the Class A poll. They have Lincoln Northeast, a team they should handle on paper. Northeast gets clocked by Norfolk last week, but this is a really good Norfolk team.
Improving, great quarterback, George. You bet.
They have a good quarterback. They beat the Rockets 35-14. We'll have that game on theindependent.com Friday night at 6:45. So join me and Rob Misek. We'll chop it up a little bit, talk about the Rockets and the Islanders. And so you can't look past anybody this time of year.
You sure can't, boy. Can't do it, George.
And we saw that. We're going to talk about Central Catholic. We saw that. Had the Central Catholic game against undefeated Kearney Catholic, and I'm taking nothing away from the Crusaders.
No,
they were tough all night.
They were.
They really were tough all night, and they get the win, 2013, and Kearney Catholic gets their first loss of the season. You were on the sidelines. What were some of your thoughts?
I just thought that Central Catholic out-physicaled Kearney Catholic Friday night, and that anything can happen. That game reminded me that Central Catholic must have had a close to perfect game plan on both sides of the ball, and it looked like Omaha West Side's plan against Grand Island. Not the same thing, but the same type of deal. So the next game will tell whether Central Catholic is as good as they look Friday night. If they are, they can play with a lot of the teams in C1, because what I think of Kearney Catholic.
They really can. It's interesting, they went up to Boone and just...
Well,
as most people are at Boone Central, you get run out of the stadium.
Yeah.
But they played Kearney Catholic, and I expected Kearney Catholic to win this football game. And,
I did too.
About halfway through the first quarter, I turned to Al Satterley, our spotter, and I said, "This is going to be a good football game. I think the Crusaders are here to play."
And that 49-yard field goal. Where'd this guy come from? But they stayed in the game all night, and they really wore him down, knocked their running back out. And Kearney Catholic, frankly, shot themselves in the foot with a couple penalties. The biggest one, that Holtmeyer's touchdown.
They ran the screenplay, and they had a lineman downfield. That was really a big one. Mestel gets a touchdown on a run.
Yes.
They had to call that one back too. So the own worst enemy in that regard. The Crusaders ranked 9th now in Stu's poll, 8th in the power points in state. They have 4-3 Holdridge, who are a loser to Central City. That, of course, Central Catholic wins the district if they win out.
Yep.
So that's what they're hoping to do there they're at the Dusters. On paper, I think Central Catholic has to be the favorite.
I think so. Holdridge, they just dropped down from B. They're tough at any time, so you never know. And you can't have a letdown against Holdridge for sure. Not with this at stake.
Grand Island Northwest, loses to York 23-14. They go to 3-4. They have Aurora this week. They're at 4-3. They lost to Seward.
Boy.
That was the first district game for either team, and that's a 4-team district. And if you win a couple games, you're right there. You got to win it. They don't take the second place team. It's just really
one of the most brutal districts, and of course you can talk about the River Cities districts, with Scott and all those, and Alcorn South, but this is a tough district now that Seward is formidable again.
Yeah, and so, there's a lot of parity there.
Boy, Seward handled Aurora.
They handled Aurora, and and Aurora's been good all year. So, the Vikings, a win at Aurora, they're right there.
I know, and they could do it too. And you can't pry those two teams apart with anything. It's just not going to be that close.
So that'll be a good football game.
Yes.
Northwest at Aurora. And then Heartland Lutheran couldn't get it done against Palmer. They lose 30-20. Very surprised at the low score of this game. I thought there'd be more points.
I did too, and I don't know if there were a lot of mistakes, but that's a low-scoring 8-man game.
Yeah, it really is.
And did that Simonson kid return for? I think he's been out with a knee injury preseason that split end.
Yeah.
Maybe, and that'll help, but it's a little late now.
They have 0-6 Hampton. Who lost to Elkhorn Valley.
I'd like to see him get a win.
I'd like to see him get that win, and I guess I was surprised on the score just because having seen their offense, they can put some points on the board.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to take a break here. We're going to be back in the second half of the show. We're going to talk about district. High school districts and see who's doing what and who's might be on the bubble and who might be on the outside looking in. So, word from Snap Fitness. We'll be back in about a minute.
What's the most centrally located gym in Grand Island? Try Snap Fitness, a 24/7 gym that's loaded with state-of-the-art equipment from Cybex for both strength and cardio. Located at 217 East Dolly Park Road in Grand Island.
All right, we're back on End Zone Online. Bobby Mills, George Ayoub here. We're talking high school football, and we're going to talk about districts, which are just a couple weeks away, 3 weeks away. So in Class A, as we said in the first part of the show, the Islanders, they're 4-1 in their district, and they if they win out and Westside wins out, Westside's going to win it on the head-to-head.
Oh boy, that seems so funny.
In Class A, the first 3 teams get in, but you still want to have that district championship. We'll see. The Islanders have Northeast, and then they're going to close the season.
I was just going to ask you. I can't remember who they have, but North
Platte, which is out of the district. Westside has they play Omaha North.
Ooh.
And that's going to be a tough win, but that's out of the district too. And then they have Fremont left. So it looks as though both teams have a chance to win their final district game, which would give Westside the district championship. Islanders are 5th in power points, so. In the classes, if you win the district, that's great. You're the district champion. But then they seed everybody based on your power points.
Yes, so really it's down to your seed anyway, and the district championship would be nice. But where's Westside seed? They're probably below that, which.
Yeah, they'll be below that. Same thing holds true in Central Catholic's district. They went out. They're the district champs. But this morning, their power points, they were behind Kearney Catholic, a team they beat. And it wasn't. And we said earlier, it's no fluke.
No,
they beat them. They're going to be behind, and so you never know about that. Northwest, their district chances are really hinged. What they do Friday night against Aurora.
Are they 17th? Is that something?
21st.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, they've got some work.
So they're approaching the bubble there, so they've got a little work to do.
Boy.
And so they need to get that done. Interesting enough, I looked at Class A this morning pretty closely, and Kearney, which has had a good season, lost to the Islanders, lost to Lincoln East. They play Millard West. This is a big because they are now 4th in their district. So they're not going to get in that way. The wild card, they're the best. They're the next best team in terms of points if you just took it today. But you never know what happens because you might have points for a team that was a 2 and they drop down to a 3 because they lose to somebody.
And you can't control that, George. You just
control.
Have to do, your own destiny is in your hands, and then hope for the best.
So it's kind of fun, but it's maddening if you're a coach. I'm sure trying to figure all this out. Of course, the best thing is Al Davis. Just win, baby.
That's right.
That's all you can do is win and hope for the best.
Yep.
So where are you going to be this weekend?
Thursday night's Howells Dodge at Fullerton, and I can't miss that one. And that's going to be a tremendous football game. Friday night, I'm not sure. There's a lot of good games Friday night. St. Cecilia Sutton.
That'll be a great game.
Oh, won't it? Yeah. Noah Johnson will not get 300 yards that night.
Yeah,
St. Cecilia, their defense is.
Yeah, the game's at Sutton. I think that's a key.
Yep.
In this ball game.
But that should be a head knocker. Holy moly! But there's other good games around too that and Seward and York would be terrific, and there's just a lot of good.
Seward, York, Northwest Aurora. Those are that district matchups. They'll be great. Seward and York, obviously, a rivalry game. Last week in B, we had Gretna. We had the two Elkhorns.
Scott.
We had Gretna. It was like the Final Four. We had 1 and 4 versus 2 and 3.
Yep.
And
I don't know how they're so balanced. I don't think they have a running back over 350 yards.
Right. Very balanced.
Number one.
Obviously play good defense.
Yes, sir.
And don't make a lot of mistakes. So
that's not.
Yeah, they're flying pretty high there in Gretna. So, okay, that's going to do it for us on End Zone Online. For Bobby Mills, George Ayoub, Elisa Reeks, thank you so much. Snap Fitness, thanks for sponsoring. Let's get out and see a high school football game on Friday night.
Visit Snap Fitness in Grand Island for all of your workout needs. State-of-the-art equipment and personal trainers will help you reach the exercise and health goals you have in mind. Located at 217 East Dolly Park Road in Grand Island.